Hey there, so I just got back from class, so we had to do presentations today, which was a big part of our final mark for this term. And so we all had to dress up, get this done, and it's all done. So I went to Very Village afterwards, and I found some really cool stuff, some kind of retro VHS, and some cool DVDs as well. A lot of them were actually unopened, so that was pretty cool. So first we're going to look at the stuff that I got on VHS, then we're going to go into the DVDs. There's a few of them. First up, I have the original Thin Man on MGM. I love this movie, actually. I've always been a big fan of William Powell and Myrna Loy, so I want to get their collections down the road. It's a pretty cool DVD. There are 6 Thin Man movies, I think, in all, plus there's a TV series. Yeah, well, VHS, yeah. Next up, I grabbed Heavy Metal, which I originally saw in theater back in the day. This is a Canadian film based on the magazine Heavy Metal, which itself is based on the French magazine Metal Hurlant. And one of the most fantastic things about this movie is the music. We've got Black Sabbath, Blue Oyster Cult, Cheap Trick, Devo, Donald Fagen, Don Felder, Grand Funk Railroad, Sammy Hagar, Journey, Nazareth, Stevie Nicks, Riggs, and Trust. And definitely this is going to be something I want to grab on Blu-ray down the road. I know it's out on Blu-ray, but I wanted to have the VHS for my for part of my animation collection that I have on VHS. With that same theme, in a way, I also grabbed Suzuki Osamu's Metropolis. Great film. I remember seeing it back in the day, and I used to actually, I never owned this on VHS, but a friend of mine did. And it's really cool. What I really like about this is if you look really closely, you see where it just has the title there. It's it actually has the order date and street date on there, so which from back in the days we used to sell these things, which is really cool. Next up is another VHS that I really like, another anime. Favorite of mine, and another one that I do want to get on Blu-ray down the road as well. I wanted to add this to my collection, and it's Perfect Blue, and it is the unrated director's cut. I love this one. It's very dark, very very unique, and very much the thriller type anime. And the next one is cool. It's not even open, and I just it's a local one, a Newfoundland one, and it's pretty cool. Apparently, ghost stories. Tales from the Mist, Newfoundland Ghost Stories. And there's a sticker on it that says, "Caution, may cause conversations between family and friends," which I think is pretty cool. It's apparently the solo players kind of come together to do the Tales of the Mist and talk about and reenact ghost stories, pirate ghosts and stuff like that. I do live in Newfoundland after all, and we are an island, so there's a lot of that stuff around here. Next up, I'm going to show you a bunch of the, some of these are unopened, some aren't. Now this one is, for instance, I picked up a Turner Classic Movies collection of romantic comedy with actually 4 movies I really like. Adam's Rib, of course, Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn, Woman of the Year, same cast, The Philadelphia Story, and Bringing Up Baby. And Bringing Up Baby and The Philadelphia Story are, of course, 2 Cary Grant films. 4 incredible films, and this is unopened, so $2 for that, pretty good. Next up is one in a series of DVDs that I collect, and it is number 7, I think. Love is a Many Splendid Thing. This one, of course, is William Holden, Jennifer Jones. It has a audio commentary. One of the cool things that this one has, that a lot of these have, is it's got William Holden biography. So I really love those biography episodes. So that's included on here as well. Of course, there's a movie reel. There's a photo play. Just some very cool stuff. But biography is like, aside from the film, I wanted that for the biography. I collect those biographies, and they come on those editions. Next up is another unopened one. I'm going to be getting the Criterion one down the road of this movie, and actually this is a favorite movie of Joe's House of Horrors, and it's a mad, 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 mad world. love this movie. What a cast! I mean, seriously, Milton Berle, Sid Caesar, Buddy Hackett, Ethel Merman, Mickey Rooney, Dick Shawn, Phil Silvers, Terry Thomas, Jonathan Winters. You can just go on and on. There's Jim Backus, Joey Brown. There's so many actors. Andy Devine, of course. And I'm really surprised I'm finding some of this stuff like completely unopened. And again, completely unopened, and for $2. I guess this was originally $9.99, or on sale it was $9.99. It's The Party, and The Party is one of my favorite Peter Sellers movies of all time. Probably right up there with What's New Pussycat, are two of my favorites. This one is almost purely improvised, and I really enjoyed that about this film. Next up is another classic film, and it is another unopened one. A Place in the Sun. Of course, this is Elizabeth Taylor and Montgomery Clift. Shelley Winters is in this one. George Stevens did this one. And there's a retrospective here and actual commentary with the Stevens himself. So it's going to be interesting to crack this one open and check it out. A lot of classic viewing coming up. Another unopened one was The Defiant Ones, one of my favorite films by Stanley Kramer. It's Sidney Poitier, of course, and Tony Curtis. Of course, this plot line has been done a million times on a million TV shows and stuff ever since, but I really enjoyed it, and I want to get back in and check it out again. Next up is another unopened one, and must have been attached to another one. See, it's got like a sticker there. And Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, the Columbia Pictures Classic release. So very cool. I really like. I'm a big fan of Sidney Poitier and Spencer Tracy. Great film. If you haven't seen this one, it's another classic. A lot of classics today, by the way, guys. Next up is one that my better half practically squealed into light when she saw, and it's an unopened copy. And this one is actually extremely hard to get nowadays. And that is The Gods Must Be Crazy. Yes, the original one, not the sequel. And it's kind of cool. It's got a featurette on here, bonus trailers, like a Baraka School photo gallery. And if you haven't seen The Gods Must Be Crazy, you've got to see The Gods Must Be Crazy. It's hilarious. Absurdly hilarious. It's really cool. And the next are some sets that I picked up. I'll show these four together because they are in a complete TV series. And you guys over there in the United States or England probably may not know the series. But it's one that I'm a huge fan of.
I used to watch it when I was in the States, you know.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
in the States?
that's where I've seen it.
And Paul Gross is a big actor here in Canada. He's done a lot of stuff. Slings and Arrows is probably my favorite thing that he's done. This is my second favorite thing that he did. And it's a TV series called Due South. It's a mystery comedy. It's just a really quirky series that I don't think could have been made anywhere else but Canada. But it was successful overseas. And here it ran for 4 seasons. The last 2 seasons ran at 13 episodes each. Over in the States, however, they combined the 2 last seasons into one 26-episode season to do it for syndication. So although it's 4 seasons over here, it's 3 seasons over there. But I'm not sure if anybody on my channel here has seen this before. Let me know. I'm a really big fan, and this is the first season. Great show. I mean, Leslie Nielsen, of course, is in this one here. Incredible show. I have the second season still with the original Ray, and the third season, or as it would be called, the third season, part 1 for United States guys, with the new Ray, Callum Keith Rennie, who's my favorite Ray, and anybody that's watched Harper Island should know Callum Keith Rennie very, very well. And of course, I got to get some slim cases for this one because I think the case here. Let's see. No, it's not perfect. Just put it around. Thought the case was broken, but it's not. And this is the 4th season, and this has both Rays in it. And this one actually, there's no features on all the rest of them. The 3rd season had the original pilot episode, But the fourth season actually has commentary, so I'm really excited to have all four of these here. I got the entire Due South. I'm really excited for that. I picked up an unopened copy of my favorite series of all time. And when I was young, I cannot lie, this is the person that I patterned myself off of. And Remington Steele, which, if you guys are watching my channel enough, you probably get that. Or I hope you do anyway. The inane amount of movie knowledge. Next up, I had to pick this one up. I know it's like some of these are more, what do you call them, public domain stuff. But this set was like, it's pretty incredible. I love the look of this set. I would love to have more like this with this like artwork. It's Sherlock Holmes Legends of Hollywood series. I love this one here. BCI put this set. Of course, BCI is no longer around. So anything I can get with BCI on it, I always go pick it up. This one has Terror by Night, Woman in Green, Sherlock and the Secret Weapon. Faligar, you know a lot of these. Dress to Kill, Sherlock Holmes and Deadly Necklace, Studying Scarlet, The Triumph of Sherlock Holmes, Murder at the Something, because there's a sticker over it, Sign the Four, and The Speckled Band. And along with that, there's an episode of the Ronald Howard series, Sherlock Holmes series, 54 series, Adventure Sherlock Holmes, on each disc. And there's a 6th bonus disc that has a bunch of film noir trailers and 2 film noir movies, that Red House with Edward G. Robinson, of course, the Dame Judith Andrews, and DOA with, of course, Edmund O'Brien and Beverly Garland. And Edmund O'Brien was the original actor that was going to play in the movie, what's it called? Black Christmas. But unfortunately, when he got over there, they realized that his mind was not what it used to be, and they had to quickly recast the role, and they hired John Saxon, who would take over the role. It's a sad thing. I'm a huge fan of this series, and I'm slowly getting it all. I have just a couple left to get. I have to get the first season and the spin-off series that lasts 1 season as well, and that's Babylon 5. I've got seasons 2, 3, 4, and 5, and now I've got the movie collection. And this was the most expensive one of all, $9.99. Really great stuff. It's got some commentaries on the films, introductions by J. Melchior Straczynski. Babylon 5 is one of those really underrated series that I strongly love. I love this series. A lot of great stuff today. That's my pickups. That's a lot. And no really horror stuff, but a lot of really cool classic films. Completed one TV series all on one run, and that's pretty awesome. I'm coming closer to completing my Babylon 5 collection. I got a ton of new classic films to add to my collection, and even some cool VHS, and this is pretty cool. So thanks for watching, and for me right now, I just got in. I want to get this suit off and just sit back and relax, put on my pajamas, and have some tea, because it's time for tea.